I wanted to really understand what it was like from that person sitting in the other seat, that CXO level executive who was behind the desk. I wanted to know and understand why they ever met with professional salespeople. Why would they meet with a salesperson like me, for example? I've been thinking about writing a book for some time, and we started the original interviews with CXO level executives back in 1995. So it's been a while, but we've done a number of series of interviews with those executives in different parts of the world. And it just seemed to us that there hasn't been a book really published from the CXO level's perspective about how they deal with professional salespeople. A lot of the books out there right now have been written from the salesperson's perspective. You know, they did a great job on this, they did a great job here, you know, they were the heroes, they won the deals. But we wanted salespeople to know and understand when they're dealing with CXO level executives how to go about it. What's meaningful to that executive? How do they provide value to the executive? That kind of motivated me and propelled me into this selling profession and telling other salespeople that, you know, you're of value. You know, when you're meeting with a professional, with a CIO or another CXO level executive, understand that you can often provide value to that executive, and that executive wants to talk to you. You know, one of the most important concepts that we developed in this book, and it's something we talk about in my Sell Excel workshop, is the concept of the relevant executive for the sales opportunity. And I tell salespeople that what they need to do is find that relevant executive. And we define the relevant executive as the executive who stands to gain the most or lose the most as a result of the application or project associated with the sales opportunity. And the CIO said to me, I like to meet with professional salespeople because often they can give me advice on issues that I'm dealing with, problems that I'm trying to solve, that even people within my own organization can't come up with. And I want the value and advice from those professional salespeople. I want the benefit of that advice. So those salespeople have experienced those problems in other companies, and they've helped solve them. And I want the benefit of that experience and knowledge. You know, having Neil Rackham endorse a book on selling is like having Tiger Woods endorse a book on how to play golf. And to him, the value of the book was based on the research. He is really tuned to research. He did a lot of research for his Spin Selling book. He did a lot of research for his book on rethinking the sales force. So he really liked that aspect that we had in the book, and it really resonated with him. So a little time after that, we asked him, well, Neil, would you be so kind as to write the foreword for the book? And he said, absolutely, I'd love to, I'd be honored to. All the interviews were conducted either face-to-face or over the telephone. We didn't want to send out a questionnaire to the CXO level executive and have their executive assistant or administrative assistant fill out the questionnaire and send it back. We asked those CXO level executives a number of questions, but they really centered around 4 or 5 major areas, like when do executives like yourself get involved in the decision process for major purchases? What has to happen in meetings with salespeople for the executive to feel it was a good meeting? How do salespeople gain credibility with you over time? And what are CXO level executives looking for in relationships with strategic vendors? So the answers to those questions really provided a great deal of insight for us and gave us a better understanding of what's of value to the executive. And if salespeople can find that relevant executive when they're pursuing a sales opportunity and get that executive to align with them, that person can help them win the deal.